I'm about to pull up to the trailhead parking at Johnsontown Road. This is the first time I'm doing this southwest portion of Harriman. You know, I figured I'd do something different for once, learn new trails. It does go into trails that I've been into before. I'm going to go to the lake that I saw the campsite that I was thinking about before. So I'm going to go there and have some coffee. And then I'm going to head up to the Tom Jones shelter. But after that, when I come back south, I'm going along trails that I've never been on before. It's going to be about 9.5, 10 miles. And see how it goes. I'm going to try to do this leg pretty quickly until I get to the lake, because it should be relatively flat, not much elevation. So I'm just going to go at a quick pace. I think most of it's going to be like this. Up until I get to the lake. Just had a nice encounter with one of the rangers that's doing upkeep on these roads. And he's looking for stones to put on top of the wet areas like the streams, so that people don't need to step in the mud. And he said that they stopped using wood. The state doesn't want them to use wood planks anymore because they rot over time. So he's going around looking for flat stones to carry over with a pickaxe on his shoulder. Not a bad job. The guy's like 55, 60 something years old. So far the trails have been pretty basic. My 2.5 miles in, they've kind of just been like this. Nothing challenging. It's a good warm-up, I guess. It's been very easy, but I am about to walk to the lake. There goes a deer. There goes another one. And a third deer. Nice to walk alongside the lake. This is lake number 1. There'll be another one up ahead. Views like this is the reason to come out here. Okay, immediately starting to go uphill right after that lake. Just made it to the second lake, Lake Skenonto. This is where I found like 2 or 3 camping sites, and I'm gonna sit down at 1 or 2, have a coffee, feel it out, just to get a better understanding. Last time I was here was in the spring, and it definitely was not this green. There's tons of blueberry bushes out here in Harriman. So this is campsite 1. I think this is going to be tough to beat. This one is really nice. I can put my tent right here in this area. There's a fire pit right there, which I won't use, but clearly a lot of people have. Someone put a cut log right here, where this would be the view. And you can sit here. You have this whole ledge. So, I don't know. real tough to beat. Maybe I just make the coffee here. Well, I guess I'm not having coffee. The burner is busted. I don't know what's going on. This thing is turning, but nothing's coming out of it. I definitely have gas in there, but yeah, it's busted. So, just gonna close it up and drink water. So, well, I just ate peanut butter and jelly. I'm kind of glad I found out about that burner now than when I go camping. Gonna have to fix it at home or just buy a new one, but yeah, having lunch with this view. The main trail. And this is the second spot. A lot more visible than the first one. I almost walked right by it. So as far as camping spots go, I think this is a great number 2. Just gotta sleep on the dirt instead of grass. This is the 4th one I visited. I think this might be the second best one though. It's got a nice spot to camp here. I'll put the tent over there. Main trail is up there, so it's a little visible, but I don't think anyone would bother me. Here's the main trail. You can kind of see the campsite over there. So it's a little visible. I see the fire pit as I'm walking by. I'm about to head up to Tom Jones. This area is, it's not the most scenic, but yeah, walking through these pines, that smells just perfect. I love it. I think I have to go that way or that way. Pretty sure I gotta go that way. Nope, it wasn't the right way. I figured that out pretty quick. So now it's time to go on the steepest incline, starting here and going up to Tom Jones. There are tons of wild raspberries. See if I'm gonna die. Nope. It's just a good raspberry. Up we go. I'm climbing. This turkey vulture flies right by my head. It's huge. Red Dot Trail, that's up to Tom Jones. I went that way by accident and lost about 4 minutes of walking that way before I realized I completely walked right by this. And then when I come back, I'm going to continue the Red Dot Trail, but I'm going to go up and then back down. After a bit of searching, I found the Tom Jones campsite. Someone was here. This is still a little smoky, but this is why I like this spot. It's right at the top of the mountain. And I can just put my tent right there. You can see it's flat. Got this whole view. Tom Jones shelters up that way. There's even this, if I want to bring a hammock, I can tie it between those two trees or those two trees. So, I'm just gonna stay here. This is the halfway point. I've taken my time to get here because I've just been stopping a lot, but I think on the way back I'm just gonna focus on getting back as fast as I can. It'll be along the mountainside. You can see the lake that I came from over there. Came all the way down that way and then up this hill, the mountain. Then I'm gonna go back down and then to the peak of that over there. Alright, made it to another peak near Parker Cabin. I'm getting tired. It's getting hot. I'm getting really thirsty. You know, this is why I love the red dot Ramapo-Dunderberg trail. Alright, just right after that, maybe 20 steps down. I think this might be my favorite spot of the whole hike. Look at this view. I know I wasn't gonna make any more stops, but I gotta stop here for a little while. Working my way through this trail very quickly now. I'm at Black Ash. Working my way up. There's a little salamander. Still on the red dot Dunderberg. Met a whole hiking group on the way. On the way back there. They're taking it at a leisurely pace. And I'm not. I've got 3 miles left. So I'm thinking I can finish in an hour. But I'm running out of water. I have a filter if I need it. And I got a lot of water in the car. But man, I'm going uphill now. It's brutal. I'm almost at the top of Black Ash. Now which way to go? That way? Or that way? I'm gonna go that way. No, I think it's the other way. I'm guessing I gotta go this way. Which is pretty narrow. Finding the trail markings up here is always challenging because they put them on the rocks and they fade with the sun and the weather. That's just, you gotta be careful over here. Looks like the trail was over there. I made my own, but this is the right way. You can see that it's faded, and sometimes they're on trees, and this is like an arrow pointing this way. So it looks like I gotta go that way. There we go. I gotta go down, so put the camera away. I'm glad I put the camera away. I have to come down that way. I need to go backwards. That's pretty high. So, onward we go. Well, I just switched to the blue dot trail from red dot. There's water down there if I need it. I'm almost out, but I'm almost at the car. I have never been on this trail before. This is the last leg and I'm getting tired. So I'm gonna have to start digging deep into focusing. I got a lot of this to deal with. I gotta say, I'm exhausted. I don't have much water left. but I'm at the last peak. Thank God. Right there. That's where I was. Man. Surprised I walked that far. I'm about 8.5 miles in. I got 1.5 miles to go. Not much water left. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm tired, dude. I'm just gonna sit down. Take a break. Real talk here. I bit off more than I can chew on this trail. And, you know, it's supposed to be 10 miles when I mapped it out. But now I'm at 10 miles and I got 1.5 miles to go. It's like it's never ending. I'm almost at another peak, but I only got a sip of water left. I got a ton of water in the car. I just need to make it there. But I'm tired. This is the hardest trail I've ever done. What am I? 10 miles in? Almost 4 hours. I'm beat. When I get to this peak, I'm gonna have my last sip of water. And then I have to filter. It's an emergency. But definitely should have brought more water. One more little incline to go, and then it's home trail from here. My legs are shaking. I'm exhausted. I'm almost there though. This is rough. I just drank my last water back there, and I'll be at the car in 20 minutes, I think. Just gotta make it through this hill. I'm at the top. This is the beginning of the end of the trail. I gotta go right down that way. There's a parking lot down there. Oh my God. I gotta sit down. Out of water. But all I gotta do is go downhill. Oh, I'm so gassed. Almost done though. Okay, I got 15 minutes left. And I'm getting dizzy. I'm exhausted. My legs are about to give out. I feel a tightness in my stomach. I'm starting to get dehydrated. But I'm almost at the car. Almost there. I made it to the car. I took a drink immediately. I'm so tired. I gotta sit for a little bit before I drive. I'm so dizzy. That was brutal. These are the stats. 11.66 miles. Almost 4 hours of moving time. I've been out here for 4 hours. And I'm tired. That's been a hike. Got back in the car about 20 minutes ago. I have not felt that tired. Can't remember when. My legs are shaking, my hands are shaking, dizzy, my legs are about to give out. The last 10 minutes of that hike were a little scary, to be honest. I was definitely dehydrated, getting dizzy. Stomach started to squeeze a little bit. When I saw that car, I was so happy. You had no idea. I slugged down a bunch of the electrolytes I had in the car. I had a water bottle that was half filled. I had a pre-workout, thankfully, in my backpack. That was a pre-workout water. And just built that in. And on the drive home, I really should not have started driving right away. I should have settled down. I'm starting to feel better now, but I'm still a little dizzy driving. And I'm feeling better. My feet are killing me. My legs are so tired. It's like hard to use the pedal right now. I have a lot of water in my belly, and I'm starting to feel, good again. So, got about an hour drive home. Alright. That was crazy. That was a lot of elevation climb, and going downhill was even harder because my legs were giving out. So, thank God. Well, I was. Alright. Until the next one.